Paparazzi, they be taking them flicks. Cameras watching, I be making them sick. Walk with caution, so I'm making it quick. You out too often and you stay in the mist. When you popping it too often, that's the hate you can get. Now they saying they don't like me, how you hate from the bench. I'm the one that trend the topic, they replaying my hits. My face is legit, ain't score, but I'ma make this. I slide for my brothers, I slide and then I slide again. Yeah, look, if you don't love me, then just leave me, don't string me along and lie again. Yeah, yeah, paparazzi, they be flicking while I stay hating my mission. My operation is different, my compensation exquisite. Got a taste of commission, I couldn't wait for permission. They used to tell me no, I'm the one that made the decision. Big talker, big papa, I be doing the most. Rich watcher, get proper when I ride in a ghost. Big walker, big offer.
Welcome to today's stream. I hope everybody's doing well. My name is Cheyenne. I'm the host of GeauxTigerHoops. It's my pleasure to host these live watch parties for LSU women's basketball. I've been feeling a bit under the weather, so I hope you guys are all doing well. We will be streaming in a minute. Just going to do a quick prayer as always. Father God, in the name of Jesus, Lord, I thank you for this platform and for this ability to host these streams, Lord, and for each and every single person who shows up each and every single stream. I pray that you would keep them and their families in perfect peace. I pray for the LSU women's basketball team, our coaches, our players, and the entire staff. I pray that every single player on the court will remain healthy today. We would come up with a win. I pray also for Aneesah Morrow as she is going to be in a big matchup tonight. I pray that she would be the beast that she is and dominate tonight. In Jesus' mighty name, I do pray. Amen, amen, amen. YouTube family, hit the like button on the way in, and I hope you guys all have a great day. Enjoy the stream.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to beautiful Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Tonight on the SEC ESPN Network, women's college basketball comes your way. The 7th-ranked LSU Tigers out of the SEC are meeting Murray State's Racers from the Missouri Valley Conference. Welcome inside the Maravich Center, everyone. He's former Tulsa Golden Hurricane, NBA, and college basketball analyst Victor Howell. I'm Len Rollins. This Murray State team 1-1 on the year so far and led by one of the country's most prolific scorers. In fact, the all-time leading scorer for Murray State, Katelyn Young.
Yeah, Katelyn is outstanding, averaging 19 points per game this season. Last year, 19.5, leading the Valley. Also had 8 rebounds per game, and that's scoring 1 year ago, 28th best in the country. She won't take every shot tonight from Murray State, but trust me when I tell you, their offense runs through number 31, Katelyn Young.
Oh, indeed it does. Now, the Tigers have 3 lopsided victories to their credit, and paced by the familiar trio of Flau'Jae Johnson, Aneesah Morrow, and Michaela Williams. But there's a junior transfer on this roster who's making her mark.
She has hit the floor running, and that's Kaylin Gilbert, the 5'8 junior. At Arizona, 2 years there. Between year 1 and year 2, her scoring went up 10 points per game. Well, here in Baton Rouge, she has picked up where she left off in Arizona. 12 points per game, 50% from the floor, and how about better than 70% from deep? Throw in 6 rebounds per game and basically 5 assists per game. And Kaylin Gilbert is giving Kim Mulkey everything you could ask for from the guard position.
Well, Victor, there's a matchup on the floor tonight that doesn't happen very often. Look at this. Young is the leading career scorer active right now in college basketball on the women's side. Morrow is first in the rebounding category and second in points. You don't get this matchup very often.
No, especially in a non-conference matchup that has been set for a while. But to see them and to have Morrow only 120 points behind her. Remember, Young is a grad student. Morrow just a senior year, so year 4 versus year 5. But very unique to have 2 of the best in the country of active scorers on the same floor tonight. That's quite a treat.
Guys,
it really is.
Poa is
Young
back.
first
Last
in scoring, 8th in rebounding.
Shout out last year, Poa.
There's Rochelle Turner in her 8th season.
Yes, guys. Last year, Poa is back. Shout out our girl, last year, Poa. She is back practicing with the team. She was there for warm-ups today, so I'm not sure if we can expect her to play, but we definitely will see last year, Poa. So shout out LTP.
Most decorated basketball coach in the land right now when it comes to state championships, national championships, coaching championships. Olympic championships. You name it, she's done it. Flau'Jae Johnson loses it, trying to drive into the middle. And the Racers are off to the races. An early bucket after the turnover. That's Haven Ford. She's had a good start to the season, averaging 16 points.
Yeah, and that's just her second steal of the season. But what a time on LSU's opening possession to take it away from Flau'Jae.
This for three, left side. It nestles home. Will they count it 2 or 3?
They counted that as a 3. And did you hear what I told you about 40 minutes ago when they were warming up?
Yes, you told me. You told me that's the first shot she's missed in 9 tries.
She had gone, that's right, 8 in a row, missed 1, and then hit 4 more. She was on a streak warming up about 30 minutes before tip. And there's Young missing the first one, then gets the easy putback as LSU doesn't get the rebound.
So the Racers are off to the races. A couple of early buckets on their first 2 possessions. Johnson with the late feed underneath to Morrow, working for position. Got too far under the rim and could not recover.
Yeah, Ava Learn was holding her position there. And when Morrow tried to step underneath, she put herself underneath the backboard.
So the Racers have a chance to extend a 1-point lead right here on their 3rd possession. Morrow, who's really good defensively, almost comes away with the steal. And then we've got a whistle.
3 seconds.
3-second violation.
Yep, and that's actually Katelyn Young, who was down there inside. They got possession back. She just never left the paint.
Young, we've talked about her prolific scoring, but she's not an athlete you would look at and say, okay, there's the leading scorer in the country. She's smart. She takes good shots. She will shoot frequently, but she's very, very savvy. Not a great leaper. Left-handed helps a little bit, but
she's been dominant in conference play ever since she got to Murray State.
She has. Williams on the run. Takes it to the left side. She'll take another 3. She's 2 for 2.
Haven Ford was near her, but at 5'6", there was no way she was going to challenge that outside shot.
Katelyn Young missing from outside. This is Flau'Jae working down on the right baseline. Slings it back. Smith open. Elbow. Leaves it a little bit short. And the rebound goes out of bounds off of one of the Racers. So 20 is returned to the shot clock. And LSU makes an early substitution. This is Jersey Wolfenbarger replacing Samaya Smith.
Murray State had 3 players entering, and 2 of them were so short at the guard position, you look like you could have stacked them on top of each other and still not gotten to Wolfenbarger size.
Wolfenbarger at 6'5" is the second tallest Tiger.
Well, that's the first one on Young.
Out of Oakwood, Illinois is Young. There's another bucket by Williams and a whistle. And she is off to a scalding start.
Watch off the set play coming around the curl. They hit her with the body after the shot is released. She's made 2 3-pointers that one and a chance for the old-fashioned 3-point play. Give her 9 here in the first 2.5 minutes.
That's a combo you don't see very often. Let's see if she converts the old-fashioned 3-point play. She does. So 2 deep threes and a 2-point bucket and a foul, and the free throw converted 9 points early.
And in this lineup, when you just look at LSU's lineup and you realize Murray State has on the floor 5'4", 5'6", and 5'6", there is going to be a mismatch problem for them on the defensive end. Wolfenbarger doesn't agree. She'll go to the free throw line.
You talked about Young last year averaging 19.5 points. 2 years ago, she averaged 21.3 and led the Missouri Valley Conference. There has been absolutely no wavering in her scoring potential throughout her college career.
She hit the floor running with consistency and success. She's never let up. And the conference hasn't been able to catch up.
That foul is before the shot. And just to complete the story on Young, 4 times she's a Missouri Valley All-Conference selection. And no doubt will be number 5. 2 of those, by the way, were Ohio Valley Conference. We are just 3 minutes deep. 9-6 LSU. And the rebound pulled off by Katelyn Young.
It's 3 rebounds for her already.
She's got some size, Young, 6'1". Just a very smart player. Fundamentally, very sound. That's pumped in from deep range as the clock was expiring. Haven Ford has 5 points.
Yeah, quick release there with that shot clock running down. She'd only taken, well, she's 7 of 16 on the year, so that's her 8th made 3 of the season.
And she leads the team in that category. Day Wilson pulls up and bangs it off the backboard for the bucket. Cheyenne Day Wilson with the last hoop for LSU. She played at Miami and Duke prior to her appearance here. Morrow missing with the jump shot. The ball is loose on the floor, picked up by Flau'Jae Johnson. On the way to the rack and lays it in.
That's just too easy. You don't get a body to cut her off. She's going to find a way to cut the curve and hit into the basket. She just put that ball in one hand and was able to get it right up, a nice layup off the glass.
And that first step when she decides to go to the hoop or make a cut with that dribble is really quick. Williams behind the back, left side, misses a little strong. Defensive rebound, pulled off by one of the smaller players on the court. Haven Ford at 5'6", a sophomore from Moorhead, Kentucky. This time way right.
Flau'Jae caused a bit of a problem running right past her.
And a foul called, and Flau'Jae Johnson will go to the free throw line. 13-9, LSU leading. Haven Ford committed her second foul. Let's double check that.
Welcome,
that may be her first.
Katelyn Gilbert. KG is now joining.
It appears that is her first foul. LSU has not missed a free throw in the early going. (15-9), Tigers by 6. This is the largest lead for LSU.
And we saw how Flau'Jae moved up closer to Ford that time. That way she avoided both those high screens.
That's knocked away defensively by Morrow. Flau'Jae Johnson on the move, fakes left, tries to dribble right. It's taken away. That's the second turnover she's committed in the first quarter. And the pass intended for Ava Learn is just out of her reach, down on the baseline. And we've got a timeout right here with LSU behind 9 early points from Michaela Williams, leading 15-9 over the Murray State Racers.
So they not harder than fall. You don't even gotta tell them, and they already know. The one that's going up, big body truck. They acting like they tough. We know well enough, and we know that you ain't that. And we know your crew ain't stacked. But don't run up, this is facts. Only talk about hits and plaques, yeah, yeah. Paparazzi, they be taking them flicks. Cameras watching, I be making them sick. Walk with caution, so I'm making it quick. You out too often, and you stay in the mist. When you pop it in too often, that's the hate you can get. Now they saying they don't like me, how you hate from the bench. I'm the one that trend the topic, they replaying my hits. My face is legit, ain't score, but I'ma make this. Right now I need to decide, cause I'm intrigued by your vibe. I seen a dream in your eyes, you might not even be mine. Came on the scene with your prize, I'm who you need and that's fine. Like who you leaving inside, for you I'm legally blind. Yeah, but only for the night, but that's okay though. We fell in love the first day though. You flew me out to Barbados, can't post you, we gotta lay they together, but you my bae though. I do whatever you say though, tryna pop out, I'm like, ayo. We can't do that, gotta slide on the low. When we slide to the stove, locking eyes at the door, cause you ain't messing with no amateur, and I ain't tryna handle you, but when I'm walking out, I'm always checking for the camera. Cause paparazzi, they be taking them flicks. Cameras watching, I be making them sick. Walk with caution, so I'm making it quick. You out too often, and you stay in the mist. When you popping it too often, that's the hate you can get. Now they saying they don't like me, how you hate from the bench. I'm the one that trend the topic, they replaying my hits. My face is legit, ain't score, but I'ma make this.
Center and a 15-9 lead for undefeated LSU over Murray State as we play in the first quarter. Just before this game started, Flau'Jae Johnson was honored with a milestone presentation.
1,000 career points. She reached that mark in LSU's last game earlier this week. That was the education game, played at 11 in the morning, but a great hand for Flau'Jae as the accolades continue to pile up for number 4. She got there quick, huh?
Yep. Murray State, of course,
congratulations, Flaw,
is where that man coached with great success for several years before he came to LSU. Matt McMahon, whose team was at Kansas State last night, and the Tigers came away with an 11-point road victory, a very big win for LSU.
Yeah, 4 Tigers in double digits, led by Cam Carter. We talked about that when you and I did the last men's game and said, watch out, Kansas State, he's coming back. Remember, he played there. Extra inspiration. He led all scorers for LSU with 24 Tigers in double digits. Just the 5th loss at home for Kansas State in the last 36 games. A nice, very important, impressive road win for the Tigers.
Back to action here in the Maravich Center. This game was tied at 9 at one point. Since then, LSU has scored 6 straight points. And LSU stays right with it. Several chances there.
Great job by Katelyn Young. We talked about her scoring and her field goal percentage, but remember we talked about rebounds and throw-in assists as well. Look at the loose ball, just right down the lane, off balance. After the contact, gets it high off the glass and a chance to make it 3.
So this would be the 4th 3-point play for LSU if it's converted. It is not. An open, quick release. Triple off the window from the right side. And Trinity White, for the 4th time this year, knocks down a triple. LSU by 5 against Murray State. There is a difficult fadeaway, Gilbert Nestler. Gilbert fading away on the right side, gets it to go down.
Looks very comfortable, too, fading away from the basket, but very confident getting the nice high arc off that shot.
And then she reaches in and commits a foul.
Go back and take another look, right side. You see she's got Young right in her face. Pulls away from the 6'1 graduate to get enough separation to get that shot up and in.
Poke at the top. Right back to Young. Can't shoot. Shot clock at 4. Shot clock at 1. Shot clock expires. And LSU's defense, much to the delight of Kim Mulkey, forces the shot clock violation. That doesn't happen that often.
No, and that's going to be on Haven Ford or on Hallie Pook. You've got to know as the guards what's on the shot clock. The Racers never even looked at the shot clock to realize that it was counting down. That's just excellent defense by LSU.
Smith checks back in for LSU. Samaya Smith, she played as a starter very briefly and comes back in several minutes later. There's a 3-ball rammed home by the freshman from Opelousas, the Gatorade Player of the Year last year in high school for Louisiana, Jada Richard.
She got the start last game for LSU and was perfect from the floor, getting 11 points.
That is turned over as it's thrown out of bounds.
That is number 7 already for Murray State here in the first quarter.
LSU has 5 fewer than that.
And they've all come here in just in the last about 3.5 minutes. 6 turnovers now in the last 3:50. So it's been bunched together as LSU's defense is starting to tighten things up on the floor.
The Tigers have scored 13 of the game's last 16 points. Pull-up jump shot, left elbow, comes up a little bit short. Offensive rebound tapped around. Tigers will have another opportunity. This for 3, right side. It's shy. Zakiyah Smith goes high for the rebound. And a foul call as 2 players tumble to the court.
Let's take a look at Zakiyah Smith, right ear screen, trying to get position for this rebound. And you can see she just gets pulled under, trying to get position. But when she was out of position, defender just went right underneath her and caused her to go down on the foul. Braxton Baker, number 20, is the one that got the call, sending Smith to the free throw line.
LSU is now 4 for 5 from the stripe. The rebound comes off into the hands of Polk, Allie Polk, a sophomore from Waterloo, Iowa, by way of Bradley before she went to Murray State. Here's Pena at the top, nearly loses the dribble, picked up by Polk. Polk's going to retreat, shot clock under 10 now. Polk having trouble holding onto the dribble and finally loses it out of bounds.
Just a lot of dribbling by one player who's getting a lot of pressure early, and instead of trying to regain possession and get somebody else involved, just too much dribbling for her.
LSU leads by 11 with less than 2 minutes remaining in the opening quarter.
A nice recovery last second there by Ava Learn to knock that pass away. Zakiyah Smith was wide open on the block. They tried to zip that pass to her last second. She came over and was able to knock it out of bounds.
And Smith was signaling her teammate to throw it higher. I'll go up and get it.
Well, it's just a size advantage, and especially now with the players coming back into this ball game, you can see just about every position LSU has the height and size advantage.
Wolfenbarger has returned to the lineup wearing number 8 in white for the Tigers. And that pass is out of the reach of Flau'Jae Johnson from Katelyn Gilbert. LSU shooting 47% as we get set to close out the first quarter. Tigers are 60% from deep. Young hands it off. 3 ball in the air, missed it again, wide right. An easy rebound for Williams. Michaela weaving her way up court. And the recipient of the pass steps on the sideline. That's a turnover for Katelyn Gilbert.
Yeah, Gilbert didn't realize where she was standing.
And here is last tier Poa, who gets a standing ovation as she returns to the court for the first time since last year.
My girl Poa for the first time.
She was off the roster.
Year. This is a national champion.
And has worked her way back on. And has dressed out for the first time and is going to get some action right here against Murray State. So last tier Poa, a very good defender and a guard who knows the offense better than anybody else for LSU, is back on the roster for the Tigers. And LSU getting a little sloppy the last 3 or 4 possessions.
That's 3 straight, I believe. Nice take to the basket all the way there.
Hallie Polk averaging 9 through the first 2 games. There's Smith. Can't get it to go.
Yeah, but that's what Smith was looking for a couple of plays ago. As you mentioned, throw it high. That time, Flau'Jae went right towards the rim so she could put it up and in. Just came up a little short, but that's what they're looking for, taking advantage of that size.
Johnson, Smith, Williams, Poa, and Morrow on the floor for the Tigers defensively. Young wants it down low with Poa on her defensing, but they can't get it to her. Here comes Smith. Nice feed down to Flau'Jae Johnson for the lay-in on the left side.
That's great communication by Flau'Jae, too. She screamed ahead to Smith, letting her know, I'm on your wing, and got her on the left side to fill the lane.
6 points for her. 25-14 Tigers. 4 seconds left in the first half. This will be good if it goes, and there's the third air ball of the first quarter by Hallie Polk from deep. Let's step aside for a moment. A 25-point first quarter for LSU. The lead is 25-14 over Murray State. The second quarter is next on the SEC ESPN Network.
You can't just sell at one place at once anymore. You got to sell at all places. Cha-ching indeed. Businesses that want to win with Shopify.
Ever since I tried Hidden Valley Ranch, I finally
You
found
gotta keep going. It get hard, and I just waiting for the final day. It might get hard, but I'ma find it. And I'ma get it, I'm a lone survivor. And I be thinking I can own the title. Got in my bag, now I'm my own supplier. I'ma make it, I'm a soul survivor. You staying strong, then you a lone survivor. I'm thinking about this life and how I'm gon' survive it. And I've been doing so much wrong, I'm tired. Gotta get back, man, I'm the strongest fighter. Yeah. I feel like a lone survivor, I feel like a strong survivor. I put my destiny in my hand, I'm my own decider. Sometimes you could block some of your blessings, be your own divider. I just thank my mama for this life, she was my lone provider. I gotta be strong and put my life in my hands. If God
All right, y'all say y'all need set it off for Poa. Well, y'all like the stream from me. Here comes set it off now.
Cause I'm on white, cause I'm on Mr. White down here, heard me 5 minutes ago. This would be the remix. Bad, savage life, drop some million, man, you already know what it is, you heard me? We still riding on home, we still pulling on, man, look, hey, I pull up at the club, VIP, gas tank on, even all drinks on me, white, fresh kicks.
I call it. Thousands of elementary school students from the Baton Rouge area were in attendance. Johnson with 18 and 10 points and rebounds. Look at Morrow, 21 points, 20 rebounds.
20-20 game.
And Williams scored 25 with 6 rebounds. The big three for LSU were big in that game.
You know, I can remember calling some of those. We've had a chance to be there, and you know, the kids just want to see action. They may not understand all the ins and outs of the game, but they know when the bucket goes in, and they know when
Jerome, thank you so much for your donation to the channel. I appreciate
That's the game that would give an aspirin a headache.
That is what allows us to continue streaming. So,
you know what?
Jerome,
I'm jealous
thank
that I
you so
never went
much
on
for
a
your
field trip like that.
donation.
I think it's a great
Guys,
way
can
to
y'all
spend the day.
please put a W, Jerome, in the chat for me? I would really appreciate it. Thank you.
Murray State in the dark uniforms, LSU in white. Shot clock at 10 right now. First possession of the second quarter. Shot clock at 5. Oh, that's
Guys,
nice.
don't forget
Katelyn
that
Young
Clippers
using her
actually
body
injured.
and position.
That is the reason why
Again,
she's not playing.
That's
She
the
is
fundamentally sound stuff we've talked about, and her career has been full of it.
Remember,
She steps in front of a pass and intercepts it.
Steps right in there to get the steal. We talked about that earlier. She had the 3-second call trying to establish.
Yes,
earlier
we
in
like
the
the
first quarter. That
stream.
time
Also
she found
subscribe,
position.
please.
and
If you're
just
watching
curled.
on YouTube, please subscribe
And this
to
will
the
put,
channel.
the whistle will put Ava Learn at the free throw line. LSU is up to 6 turnovers now, and 3 or 4 of those have come in the last couple of minutes.
More troubling on the defensive end is the ability of Murray State to get back-to-back possessions of getting a pass right there inside the paint, close to the bucket.
Aaliyah Del Rosario comes in for the first time. The tallest player on the court at 6'6", the sophomore from Santo Domingo, Dominican
Mac
Republic.
Truck, y'all. Come on, Mac Truck. Mac Truck, Mac
Second
Truck.
shot coming. This could
Mac
make the
Truck,
lead
Mac Truck.
7. And it's good from Ava Learn out of Pleasant Valley, New York. She started her career at Purdue, and she's had a really nice start to the season, averaging 15.5 points and second on the team with 8 rebounds a game. Williams misses an easy layup on the right side. And Murray State will try to convert. A spinning move won't go for White. And a traveling violation, and so LSU catches a break.
Yeah, and Flau'Jae actually had a chance to grab that rebound, just lost possession of it. Racers were able to take it out of her hands, but then they turn around and turn it right back over. So that's 10 now in the turnover column.
Zaire says, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.
That's intended for Del Rosario and thrown away. And LSU has been rusty and insecure with the basketball the last 3 or 4 minutes.
Well, Del Rosario was trying to establish down on the block, but it's almost like she wanted the ball to come from the other side by the way she was fading against her defender. Once she got the position and the pass went into her, never made a move for it.
So a misconnect there. 7 turnovers now for the Tigers. A long three. Bounces off the backboard. Michaela Williams runs up court on the left side. Dumps it down to Del Rosario, well away from the bucket. This is Poa for 3. It is a bit shy. That's saved by Flau'Jae Johnson, but into the hands of a racer, and here we go. A running 3 on the trail play, and it's knocked down by Pena. Briley Pena from Jonesboro, Arkansas. That's her 5th triple of the season in 2.5 games. Michaela Williams, who started hot, misses from deep.
Murray State's been slow to get these 3-pointers to fall. They're 3 for 10 on the game, but the Racers come into this game averaging 12.5 3-pointers made.
Count the bucket, and Learn will go to the free throw line, and the Racers have come very close now to taking the lead on a 9-0 run.
Ava Learn last year was the Missouri Valley Conference all-newcomer team selection. Averaged 11.2 points per game. Comes in today averaging 15.5 this season. Nice job in the paint to fight for that position and get it up and in.
She can make it a 1-point game. Murray State has scored 10 consecutive points.
Two and a half minutes into this quarter, and LSU has still got a goose egg for the quarter.
Smith is cut off. LSU whips it around to Flau'Jae Johnson, and she rips the string from deep on the left side. A 3-ball by Flau'Jae Johnson.
That's how you get the scoring going. Nice extra pass to Flau'Jae, wide open in the corner to set that one up.
That's 9 points for her, and the Racers come right back and counter with a Haven Ford triple. 8 for her. These Racers all of a sudden are finding the twine.
Well, you knew that they were going to keep shooting it. The fact that they averaged 12.5 made 3-pointers a game. It was just slow starting for them here on the floor, but now they found a rhythm.
Flau'Jae misses an unguarded 3.
That's going up too.
And a foul on Smith.
You know, she faked me out with that ball fake and got Samaya Smith to go flying in the air, but it sure did look like she was ready to launch.
That's her second foul. And she's going to the bench in place of Jersey Wolfenbarger. Wolfenbarger has played more early in this game than she has in any other game so far. Number 8 in white. Last year she was at Arkansas. She's from Fort Smith, Arkansas, a 6'5" junior. She's guarding the inbounds pass. This is Polk. Polk leaning over the dribble, gets into the lane, scoops and scores.
And did you see how she put that spin, shooting with that inside hand to get that spin off the glass? She was using the opposite hand. Murray State now has found itself with the lead.
Murray State was trailing by double digits for a couple of times. 11 has been the biggest LSU lead, and that wasn't that long ago. Now Murray State finds itself up by 1. So LSU right now running on 3 tires.
The Racers have hit all 4 of their last field goal attempts in this run to get back into this to take the lead. That's going to be an illegal screen. That's going to be on Wolfenbarger.
And it takes away the 3-ball by Flau'Jae Johnson. Wolfenbarger called for her second foul. Kim Mulkey is substituting liberally. This is Katelyn Gilbert, about whom we spoke in our opening moments today. And Wolfenbarger is recalled to the bench. The Racers by 1 with 6:17 to play. And LSU in the second quarter has scored 3 points.
Right now, if you're LSU, being down 15-3 in the first 3.5 minutes of this quarter, I think you got to try to find Flau'Jae. She's the only one that has a bucket. There was that wide open three. When you need to stop this little bit of a run and find some momentum back, right now you got to go to your leader. And for me, your leader right now is number 4.
LSU has been outscored by 12 points in the first 4 minutes of the second quarter. Once again, Polk having trouble controlling the dribble. It will stay with Murray State. Destiny Thomas will trigger it from in front of the LSU bench. She's going to have to hurry, and the 5-second call is made. So LSU has forced a shot clock violation and a 5-second call. Turnover number 11 for the Racers. LSU has 8.
Look at the way look at the way the Lady Tigers came out of the gate with 25 points and that big run to give them a double-digit lead. Just Flau'Jae Johnson's corner three-pointer so far in this quarter.
Gilbert does a nice job of getting a good-looking shot, but leaves it thin off the window. And she also committed a foul. 5:54 to go. Second quarter.
It's going to send the Racers to the free throw line.
And that's 5 team fouls on LSU. Only 1 against the Racers. Richard comes back in, and Gilbert goes to the bench for the Tigers. LSU is without the services again of Miracle Shepard. She's got the foot and ankle injury, and as a precaution, they are holding her out for a while longer. The Racers by 2. LSU has gone cold as Richard misses from the left baseline.
LSU is 1 for 8 from the floor here in this quarter. 5 of those 8 have been three-point attempts.
Pull-up jump shot over Williams, hangs on the rim and drops away. Morrow claims the rebound. Day Wilson hops, skips, and jumps up court.
Now you see Murray State has changed onto his own defense.
Morrow somehow comes up with it, but then misses in traffic. She was double teamed. Murray State attacking, looping it home is Polk, and she scores, and this is the largest lead for the Racers, and they've got a chance to extend it. 10 points for Polk.
Take another look as she drives, just a quick crossover dribble, gets into the lane, close enough to get that floater, draws the contact right there on that reach slap in. Now a chance for the three-point play.
Let me rework the math. She's got 7. This would be number 8 if she converts the free throw. She does. And Murray State has its biggest lead. It has walloped LSU in the first 5 minutes of the second quarter.
LSU has not hit its last 5 field goal attempts. The scoring drought of 2.5 minutes.
LSU has been outscored 19-3 in the first 5 minutes of this second quarter. Flau'Jae Johnson comes up thin off the window. Tried to use the glass. Missed it from 5 feet. That's wisely tipped to the left side. 3-ball in the air. No. Baker missed it. Let's see if the Tigers can find any offensive rhythm. 4.5 to play in the second quarter. Williams. Offensive rebound. Morrow slings it up and draws the foul. And Victor, when you're down like LSU is, the place to start is rebounding. And Morrow was good on the offensive glass. We'll take a timeout. 4:22 to play in the second quarter. Murray State has raced to a 33-28 lead after trailing 25-14 at the first quarter.
Savory, juicy, and hold up, it's got Hidden Valley Ranch seasoning? Nice.
And I know that it ain't promise, but I know I keep on grinding, and my dream gon' start aligning. And I won't stop cause I'm on my way. I just gotta keep on grinding, then it's gon' come with perfect timing, and in the end I'm gonna be shining. And I won't quit cause I'm on my way, yeah. And I know my day finna come, so I'm just timing it out. I just keep my head up and I'm just grinding it out. I know what I'm about, but really they just finding it out. What come with the rain, the same thing gon' come with the drought. I'm playing the game, no sleep, it got me twisting and turning. I'm living, I'm learning, feel like I've been preaching a sermon. And I thank God, yeah, cause he leave me in the dark, yeah. I stay far from them, I don't know what they intentions is. I'm really trying to boss up on this move, so it take discipline. I'm being consistent this time around, that's what the difference is. If you don't believe in your dream, what make you think they listening? And I know that it ain't promise, but I know I keep on grinding, and my dream gon' start aligning. And I won't stop cause I'm on my way. I just gotta...
From Flau'Jae Johnson, we've talked about the size advantage for LSU, but so far that has meant nothing in the statistics, especially when it comes to scoring in the... And that's because Murray State guards have found their way. Look at this, the crossover dribble, the layup, again, drawing a foul. 14-6 is the point advantage right now for Murray State over LSU in terms of points in the paint. I know that's something Bob Stark and Kim Mulkin Company are not liking, that the Racers are so easily getting to the bucket.
Well, we've got royalty of sorts on the court in the officiating department tonight. The lady in the middle of the screen is Dee Cantner. That name has been...
All right, y'all, we're going to do a quick refresh.
2.
Also of note in this quarter, and it's because of how aggressive Murray State has been, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. LSU just hit its first one.
A quick turnaround shot, a little long by Learn from the left baseline. Let's see if the Tigers, who trail by 4 with 4 minutes left in the half, can get something in rhythm offensively. Day Wilson out of Toronto, Canada, by way of Miami and Duke. This is Morrow, online but long, from just inside the three-point line. Del Rosario will check back in for LSU at the next whistle. Once again, LSU's defense does not cut off Hallie Polk. She has been driving to the basket with impunity. Day Wilson misses the 3. The Tigers continue to have a great deal of trouble finding the bottom of the net over the last 17 shots.
LSU now 0 for 9 in this current scoring drought. Meanwhile, Polk finding her way to the basket. She's the first in this game in double digits. She has 10 on 4 of 9 shooting. Aneesah Morrow 0 for 5. Her last couple of attempts have been from the outside. This is when you almost have to reset, start from scratch, start posting up the big bodies, find the mismatch. You're outsizing them, find where the biggest mismatch is, put a big body down inside, and if you can't score it, at least draw the foul.
The lead is 6 for Murray State in Baton Rouge. Learn to the rack. She scores and she's fouled, and this Murray State team is just slicing through the middle of the interior defense.
Del Rosario never had a chance that time. Didn't move her feet. Watch. It's one quick drop step, and Del Rosario's already beat. And then to make matters worse, she just slaps at the ball. Look, she's so squared up instead of having 1 foot back for defensive position. Once Learn got past her with that first step, you were done.
Amani Bartlett checks in for the first time for the Tigers.
For
the 6'3" senior from Cleveland, Texas.
Chat. I appreciate
She wears
so
number
much.
2.
Thank you.
Toa Snaps it right side. Williams for three long. LSU is
We
2
have
out of
to
its
get
last
some, and we not
18 from the floor.
rebounding.
And they just insist
We're
on
not
taking that
getting
outside
any
shot instead of
points.
passing the ball around, getting everybody involved,
We do
and then
not
maybe
guard the
bodying up on
paint.
them and trying to get it in the paint. LSU is settling for outside shots.
It's a 14-1
My
run
mind's
for
blown.
Murray State. Make it 17-1. A three ball pumped in by Ava Learn. She's got 9. And Murray State, which scored only 14 points in the first quarter, leads 41-29. This one is getting away from the Tigers in their own building.
My head is hurting now.
Johnson, pull-up jump shot. Got it finally for LSU.
Thank you, Big Four.
That's 11 for her.
We've done a lot of games.
We got
for
it.
LSU, and we haven't done them
Come
all.
on.
Well, Kim Mulkey has
LSU,
been
no,
here.
we not.
I'm just sitting here trying to think of the last time I saw a
defense.
quarter with Kim Mulkey as head coach when LSU was down 27-6 in a quarter.
Wide open.
This for three again. Yes, again.
I meant 30-6.
Ava Learn, who was 2 for 4 from three-point range coming into this game, now has 12 points.
Oh, my goodness. What a move by Flau'Jae Johnson to lose a defender. And I said it 4 or 5 minutes ago, if you need points, you need to get the ball in the hands of number 4 and let her make something happen. But watch Flau'Jae, hesitation, and she gets Young to jump and just leaves her in her dust. Unfortunately for her, she misses the layup, but she has the chance to do it at the free throw line.
Learn committed the foul. 2 shots coming for Johnson.
Murray State right now has to think they'd make a shot from the parking lot.
They've taken 6 3-point shots this quarter and nailed 4 of them. And they're 6 for 14 in the game.
And they're pacing right with their averages, which is 12.5 made three-pointers.
Less than 2 minutes remain in what has been a very shaky second quarter for LSU.
Again, look at the drive. No white jerseys closing in defensively on the lane, just leaving a wide open path to get to the rim.
Ava Learn again. She has scored in a variety of ways. Learn has 16 in this quarter alone. Let's back off by 1 bucket. She's got 14 in this quarter alone.
Still has her as the game's leading scorer.
And LSU finds itself trailing in the second quarter with 76 seconds to go. 46-35. Remember, LSU led 25-14 at the end of the first 10 minutes. This has been a whale of a quarter for the Racers. They have scored 32 points in this quarter. Nobody does that against LSU, right?
Not in this building.
Tonight it has happened.
That's what I'm saying. You try to go back and think of games that either we've called, that we've watched. When you watch them play, LSU's lost games, obviously, and they lose quarters. I just don't remember a team running away from them in a quarter the way we've seen Murray State do it here in this second quarter.
The defense for the Tigers has been parted consistently with a lot of layups.
Look how spread out all 5 blue jerseys are, leaving the lane open just like that.
Flau'Jae Johnson makes the block on Young and races the other way.
And Murray State purposely put everybody to the outside to leave that lane wide open, but Flau'Jae stops it, and then Michaela Williams hits the bucket.
Williams came out and scored the first 9
Let's
points.
go, LSU. We got
But she has not scored since very early in
LSU.
this half. She's got 11
Let's
now.
go, Tigers.
That's her first bucket
Our
in
girls
about
are
15
getting it
minutes.
together. Shout out to
Make
our
it 13
coaching
points
staff.
for her.
Shout out to our players. We got this, and we will win. We will win. We will defend. We will get rebounds. We will make buckets.
It's
and
26
we will
points
be
between
fine.
Flau'Jae and Michaela Williams and 11 for the rest of
Let's
the team.
go, Tigers.
Young spins,
Let's go,
leaves it a little bit
Tigers.
short,
Good
battles
job,
for the
Aneesah.
rebound.
Good
Instead,
job,
it's
team.
Morrow.
Let's go, LSU.
Up to Williams. And that is the end
Let's
of
go.
the first half.
All right.
What a second quarter by Murray State.
Kim,
At the end of one,
can't have you getting
the
attacked
Racers
right now, Mama.
trailed
Let's go into this locker room and
25-14.
let's get it together.
They lead at the end of two,
We will get it together.
46-37.
Let's send positive
Quite the
vibes in the chat,
turnaround
y'all. I
for the
know
visiting
y'all a bit
team from
surprised
Murray
about,
State.
you know,
We'll be back
the
with a lot
score,
more at
what's
halftime.
happening
Stay
right
with
now,
us.
but
Murray
we
State
got
up
this, y'all.
46-37 over the 7th-ranked Tigers.
If you love to travel, Capital
Paparazzi, they be taking them flicks. Cameras watching, I be making them sick. Walk with caution, so I'm making it quick. You out too often and you stay in the mist. When you popping it too often, that's the hate you can get. Now they saying they don't like me, how you hate from the bench. I'm the one that trend the topic, they replaying my hits. My face is legit, ain't score, but I'ma make this. I slide for my brothers, I slide and then I slide again. Yeah, look, if you don't love me, then just leave me, don't string me, I'll and lie again. Yeah, paparazzi, they be flicking while I stay hating my mission. My operation is different, my compensation exquisite. Got a taste of commission, I couldn't wait for permission. They used to tell me no, I'm the one that made the decision. Big talker, big papa, I be doing the most. Rich watcher, get proper when I ride in a ghost. Big walker, big offer, then I harder than foe. You don't even gotta tell them, and they already know. The one that's going up, big body truck. They acting like they tough, we know well enough. And we know that you ain't that, and we know your crew ain't stacked. Man, don't run up, this is facts. Only talk by hits and plaques, yeah. paparazzi, they be taking them flicks. Cameras watching, I be making them sick. Walk with caution, so I'm making it quick. You out too often and you stay in the mist. When you pop it too often, that's the hate you can get. Now they saying they don't like me, how you hate from the bench. I'm the one to trend the topic, they replaying my hits. My face is legit, ain't score, but I'ma make right this. Now I need to decide, cause I'm intrigued by your vibe. I seen the dream in your eyes, you might not even be mine. Came on the scene with your prize, I'm who you need and that's fine. Like who you leaving inside, for you I'm legally blind. Yeah, but only for the night, but that's okay though. We fell in love the first day though. You flew me out to Barbados, can't post you, we gotta lay they together, but you my bae though. I do whatever you say though, tryna pop out, I'm like, ayo. We can't do that, gotta slide on the low. When we slide to the stove, locking eyes at the door, cause you ain't messing with no amateur and I ain't tryna handle you. But when I'm walking out, I'm always checking for the camera. Cause paparazzi, they be taking them flicks. Cameras watching, I be making them sick. Walk with caution, so I'm making it quick. You out too often and you stay in the mist. When you popping it too often, that's the hate you can get. Now they saying they don't like me, how you hate from the bench. I'm the one to trend the topic, they replaying my hits. My face is legit, ain't score, but I'ma make this.
Kentucky win over top 10 Duke, 77-72. Take a look at the final numbers there, despite Cooper Flagg putting up 26 points, 12 rebounds. But look at the difference from the three-point line. Kentucky draining 10 three-point shots to Duke's 4. Great start. 3-0 for the Kentucky Wildcats in the first year of the Mark Pope era. Let's keep it moving around the conference. In Austin, standout freshman Trey Johnson continues to shine. The Longhorns didn't need all of his scoring to secure a decisive 105-58 victory over Chicago State. In only 22 minutes, he shot 6 for 9 from the field, including 4 for 6 from 3 for 19 points. For the season, he's shooting a blistering 14 for 24 from behind the arc. For the first time in his 3 career games, the 6', 6" top 10 projected NBA draft pick failed to score at least 20 points, finishing with 19. However, he's still the team's leading scorer by a wide margin, averaging over 25 points per game and shooting 57% from the field. Again, 22 minutes in that game. Check in with the South Carolina men. Reigning SEC Coach of the Year, Lamont Paris, taking on Towson. Early in the first, South Carolina up 9-3. CMB with the and one layup. Later, Jamari Thomas going to find him again. South Carolina up 32-18 at that point. Colin Murray Boyles had 10 first half points. How about another transition bucket? I think he's going to be good this year. Second half, Gamecocks up 50-33. Nice pass from CMB to Jacoby Wright for 3. Gamecocks get the dub 80-54. The ladies down in Baton Rouge, hosting Charleston Southern. We'll pick it up in the third, just under a minute to go. Jada Richard passes to Flau'Jae Johnson. Big 3 for Big 4. Start of the fourth quarter, 58-point game. Johnson finds Aneesah Morrow on the block. Fadeaway 2 is good. Tigers now up 95-30. Michaela Williams controlling the tempo, steps in, sinks the jumper. She led everyone with 25. Final minute of the game, Richard leading the breakaway, hits the 3. LSU gets a 117-44 win. Wofford was visiting Kentucky. First quarter, lead is at 10. Great ball movement. Nice triple for Deja Lawrence. Again, going inside.
All right, y'all, I am back. How are y'all feeling? Let's have a quick halftime chat. Let me see what y'all saying. I wasn't there. I had to go get me some tea and stuff. I'm not feeling good. We have a hater in the chat. Somebody said we have a hater in the chat. No, I'm just messing around. But all right. Let me see. What we talking about? How y'all feeling about the game? Because I bet 25K on what? That they was going to beat Murray State by a certain amount? I got faith in them. It's not over for us. Thank you. That's the type of energy we need in the chat right now. Flotty the ball. Everybody agrees? We need more Flau with the ball. Anybody else? We about to take over? Okay, okay. Good test to see if they can adjust under some adversity. Same thing happened against Kent State last year. Honestly, they just need to regroup mentally. Somebody says that they would like to see ADR off the court. LSU needs this type of game part of the process. Thank you, Dre. Thank you. Thank you. Hope you get better soon, Shy. I appreciate you so much. Y'all can tell I'm definitely not feeling my best. Oh, I'm definitely going to do another prayer before halftime. Y'all clowns need to be mad at LSU and not me. Now we are clowns. Wesley, that's not nice. Niece got to wake up. Yes, Nisa got to wake up. We know. But I definitely believe in Aneesah, believe in this entire team. They'll be okay. Marky need to get out of man, and they good. The defense is weak. They definitely need to tighten up. Why is Lily playing so soft, bro? I expect so much from her. Okay, okay. LOL is at halftime. It is halftime. That is correct. See? Someone boot Wesley. I put Wesley in a brief timeout for the clowns comment. We are able to disagree and have other opinions, but we don't have to do any name calling. So I did go ahead and do timeout for that. I didn't do a complete block. But yeah, I didn't appreciate that comment. Find a lineup and stick with it. Well, when you have depth and you're in the transfer portal era, you have to play your players. You don't want your players not playing and getting in the portal every year. Niece is getting smothered every time she touched the ball. Okay, Q says that. It's time for the girls. We need this. Win or not, okay. On-ball defense is atrocious. Yes, Big Four is about to show up and show out. Got to get their mind right. Gonna bust out in the second half. All right, let me do a
Disco
refresh real
yard.
quick.
Front yard. Come out bagging, jumping.
Oh, she not talking to us. Oh, my bad, playback. Let's come back over here and see what y'all saying. I was reading the Cheyenne Usyk too. They just need to play their game and not let this team play theirs. Defense, make shots and get rebounds. Samaya Smith and Jersey need to be the only big rotation. Sorry until Lily gets better. Shy, I told you in the offseason about that position. Niece is still a dog. She'll adjust. Fly's about to put 50 on their head. I think they expected to just come out and win this game easy, and they wasn't playing like they wanted to win at first. LSU has done that before. We seen that a couple times. All right, Father God, in the name of Jesus, Lord, we just come boldly to the throne of grace, Lord, and we ask for your mercy and for the strength to be able to get through this game, Lord. We pray for our coaching staff, Lord. We pray that they will be equipped with the knowledge and the resources that they need to be able to win this game. And we also pray for our players that they would have the chemistry that's needed to win, that they would be unselfish, that they would pass the ball, that they would all work together, that their shots would fall, and that they would be able to have a dominant team building win. In Jesus' mighty name, I do pray. Amen.
And she has put herself as the leading scorer of everybody playing this game. The one bright spot for LSU.
Yes, Father God, in the name of Jesus, I always am supposed to pray for no injuries, for no players on the court. In Jesus' name, amen.
But Flau'Jae has 13 points on 4 of 7 shooting, 4 of 4 from the free throw line.
Pointed it out consistently in the first half. Look at the points in the paint. Murray State leads by 14. That's an amazing number.
And it's not that because they're posting up, it's because of the fast break points, which they also have an advantage on, getting to the lane. But even when they are in their offense, they're spreading LSU out. They're getting white jerseys away from the paint, and then they're attacking the lane, and there's no help defense to come cut anybody off. Credit the Racers. They found a weakness, a kick in arm, and they have tried to attack it against LSU, and so far they've done very well.
Murray State, because it has shot so many layups, shooting better than 50% from the floor, and the Tigers are at 36% on their own court in the first 20 minutes.
Murray State shooting about 52%, but the reason is in the second quarter they went 11 for 18, that's 61%, and shot 67% from the three-point line. They are
for the third quarter, LSU in white, Murray State in the dark uniforms. This is the first time these teams have ever played in women's basketball. LSU will present Cheyenne Day Wilson, Aneesah Morrow, Michaela Williams, Samaya Smith, and Flau'Jae Johnson as the opening quintet here in the third quarter. It's loose and picked up by Murray State.
When LSU was running a set play, it looked like they're trying to get players going to the basket, and they don't have a chance to get a shot off as at the turnover to open up the third quarter.
And a reach-in foul called on LSU's Day Wilson.
Well, you know that's frustrating. You go into halftime in the locker room after a miserable second quarter.
Look at the look on.
You call a play. You've got a set play, come to the break, and immediately it becomes a turnover, and you don't even get the play executed.
Let's see if LSU is able to find the solution on so many driving shots by Murray State. This kicked out for three. Missed. Left by
Remember, they fired a lot of them in the first quarter and they weren't falling, but it took the second quarter and everything was falling.
Smith uses the left side and scores.
That's what LSU needs to do.
No doubt. That's where LSU physically has a clear advantage.
And if you don't go to Samaya, go to Morrow, who scored a lot in all time.
They lay up Copeland. No. They will some late lead. Morrow scored.
And that's a very good timeout. Seconds in this quarter. But Rochelle Turner knows LSU is starting to find that confidence after that opening turnover.
That's
right
all
away.
my D's needed. Did not just see that screen?
Next
thing,
the lead has been reduced to 5. 8:48 to go in the third quarter. Murray State up
Okay.
46-41.
I will refresh. I didn't know it was lagging that bad. I just see that. But anyways, guys, Aneesah Morrow just unlocked that beast mode where she does that scream. And the next thing that she's going to do is she's going to smack the court. And then the beast is going to be released.
Easy way to get prebiotic plant-based fiber with the same amount of fiber as 2 cups of broccoli. Metamucil gummies, the easy way to get your daily.
Mine froze. It's that bad. My bad, y'all. And stop playing with Aneesah good. Thank you. Like, Aneesah name always been good. Now people trying to play Aneesah's name. Like, nah, I won't stand for Aneesah Morrow disrespect. I won't. We didn't see it. We didn't even see it. Didn't even get to see it. Y'all missed it. Oh, man. Dang.
Vicks VapoStick
My bad.
provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors.
Dang,
Easy to apply for the whole family.
Wow.
Whopper.
Let me see if I can
Hey, you gotta chill, I'm on the phone with my juvie. Courtside stepping at the game, make a movie. They be double tapping on my post, cause it's Louis. You in my section, I don't know, it's giving groupie. Yeah. Big bag, get a big bag, chaser, yeah. Big cash, flip a big drag racer, yeah. You in my DM like this a time later, yeah. I went to buy some land and told them add acres, yeah. I'm running up a check, I'm in my bag, baby, yeah. I pulled up in Atlanta with the scat, baby, yeah. They tripping bad.
it, Corey. And remember, the first play of this quarter, not shown, was a turnover, but LSU had a set play to get to the paint.
All right,
But the
YouTube,
next time
Twitch,
down,
Twitter,
found
how's
Zakiyah
the stream
Smith,
for y'all?
and this
Playback,
time, no
how's the
sooner
stream
did
for
we
y'all?
say, if you don't go to Smith,
Let me
go to
know.
Morrow.
Can
They
y'all
did a bit
hear?
on the
Is it
break.
lagging?
She gets
Is
the
it
layup,
okay
an
enough for
immediate
y'all to at
timeout
least see the
by
game?
Rochelle Turner because Murray
Let me
State
know. Let me
went
know
empty
now.
on their end of the floor, and she realized, uh-oh, LSU
Playback,
starting to find
Twitch.
that confidence quick. We need to put a stop to it.
LSU's longest scoring run in this game has been 8. Murray State 2 better
Y'all
than
think
that.
so? Let me know.
And also 2 better in the biggest lead.
It's
Murray
good?
State at one point led by
Okay.
13. LSU is led by 11. Right now a 5-point game. Murray State trying to extend it, leading 46-41. Down low they go again. Smith bothers the shot. Another opportunity. Right hand shot by the left-handed Young. It leaps short. And here comes LSU. Day Wilson loses the dribble, picked up by Polk and saves it. Now down court it goes to Ford. And this is going
Flau'Jae Johnson got that block.
Going to be possession for Murray State.
Flau'Jae blocked it, turned around, and started screaming at the student section to try to get them back into this ball game. That's just
Well, if
one-on-one
it's only
defense.
a
She got
little
in the way
laggy
and
right
stopped
now,
what would have been
and
an
y'all
easy
could
2-footer, 3-footer, and blocked it.
enough, I will refresh in a second. If it's too bad, say refresh now.
LSU takes it back. Flau'Jae Johnson on the move. Lopes all the way down. Nobody picks her up. And she scoops it in. Basically an uncontested
Block
shot.
it. Down 3. We will be back. We will win this game in a dominant fashion. Let's go, LSU. Lock in. Yes, I'm rocking with the Tigers.
She's made both of her free throws and has 5 rebounds, but just 6 points for Young.
Flau'Jae Johnson with 15 points after the last lay-in. This for 3 from straight away. It rattles out. Morrow sails in for the rebound. Day Wilson stops outside the arc. Williams throws a pass to nobody. Could have been intended for Morrow. Could have been intended for Johnson. Instead, it split them. Morrow was down on the right low block. Johnson was in the right corner. And that ball sailed between them. Turnover number 11 for the Tigers. That's 1 less than the Racers. Johnson defending against Ford. Ford beats her, scoops it, and leaves it short. She had an open look, just didn't use the angle properly.
Well, she also got scared because Aneesah Morrow was coming over like she was going to block it. She made the curve down the lane, but here comes 24 in white. She slides over, and when she saw her coming over, she tried to adjust the shot and wound up coming up very short.
LSU can tie with this possession. It's down by 3. Morrow was fouled on the cut. That's a timing play, basically, because Flau'Jae almost with a no-look pass. She knew that Morrow would be cutting down the right side of the lane. They connected. Morrow was fouled.
Watch how Flau'Jae has to kind of thread the needle with this pass right there. Look, across the lane. Morrow gets pushed. Almost came close to getting that in, even though she got shoved underneath the backboard.
The senior from Chicago by way of DePaul normally is a good free throw shooter. That rattles out. LSU at only 63% from the stripe.
That layup she made that led to the timeout called by Murray State was actually her first field goal of the night. She's 1 of 6.
LSU applying backcourt pressure. Morrow does have 9 rebounds, although to this point, an off-shooting night. This for 3 by Katelyn Young. She has not turned in a Katelyn Young normal performance to this point, yet her team still leads.
And to that point about Morrow, too, the two of them combined have 10 points. We talked about how they're so high up on career points, and both of them combined for 10 tonight.
They are first and second among active players in the country in career point score.
Young has 6 rebounds. Morrow has 9 rebounds, but whatever Young has not been doing for Murray State, Learn surely has.
Ava Learn with another bucket. That gives her 16. She leads all scorers, by the way.
I think Morrow could do that all night. If you establish that offensive position, you saw how Morrow didn't feel a defender on her back. So what did she do? Turn around, square it up. The defender's separated from her, so she takes it from 5-6 feet and puts it in.
Actually, Learn has 18 because remember she scored all 6 points in the second quarter. So that was her first bucket in the third quarter. Another layup. Nobody has been able to put a barricade up to stop Ford and Pope from penetrating.
And whoever's guarding Pope, if she gets a step by you, somebody at LSU needs to start communicating and scream help. Let somebody know that you've beat some help defense, that you've been beat.
That's almost thrown away by Zakiyah Smith. Day Williams recovers. 8 to shoot. She fades, she fires, and she knocks it down.
Day Wilson had to work a little harder for that one when she knew when her defender from that zone defense dropped down on Zakiyah Smith, she could have stepped right in for a jump shot. She floated a little bit. They had to do a reset, but the end result was still 2 points.
This for 3. Rattles out. It went 3/4 of the way down, and then LSU almost fumbles it away, but it will stay with the Tigers. We'll take a timeout. 4:38 to go. LSU has been playing catch-up and doing so effectively in the third quarter, but still trailing by 2, 50-48. Murray State's Racers lead.
With Remarkable Paper Pro, our meetings are so much more efficient.
All right, so how y'all feeling after that third quarter? Where we at right now? Thank you so much, Sean, for the Cash App donation. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much, Terrence, for the Cash App donation. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for donating to the channel. Okay, but not good enough. Still got to get better on D. We do not have Shepherd, guys. Miracle Shepherd is the defensive powerhouse monster. If you guys remember, she beat us by herself almost last year at Mississippi State. So we don't have her. Refresh right now. Okay, I'll refresh while we talking. I'm doing a refresh now. Great response to adversity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Murray State will win. Let me actually just ban user and delete. Oh, did I just do that to the wrong person? Why do I think I just did that to the wrong person? Oh no, the right person was. Okay, good, good. All right, good. Defensive needs to pick up the they in they head. I said that from tip off. I don't know what it is. They in they head. Andre, that wasn't funny. I didn't mean to do that. We need to press them if we can. Pack them up. Put Jersey in over Zakiyah. Yes, block the haters. Yes, haters got to get out of here. Shaking my head, post defense needs to be better. No, that's not no hate. That's just the truth. You feel me? Like, need to clean it up a little bit. We looking better. We at least looking better for sure. Troll's gonna troll. Troll's gonna get blocked. They're in their heads. Yep. We be bullshitting. Yep. We need to get in the paint and block. I don't know why we're standing there. Block. Yep. Jersey and some. Yeah, that's what I'm saying too, Edward. I'm not. I like them together too. I like the depth. You guys can't deny. Like she has to figure out the lineup, and it just depends on game and flow and who we're playing. We like to play with our food. We do like to do that against these teams. We got this. Yes, we're supposed to be up by 30. Y'all said y'all don't want to play these games. These games don't get you better. Okay. These seem kind of okay. We're back. Let's go. Look, here we go.
Amped That's foul called. That's foul called on Katelyn Young. That's her second foul.
She got one very early in the ball game and early in the first quarter. Done a nice job of not getting in foul trouble. But last time down the floor, you could see the that her second one, right? Her second foul?
Yep.
Oh, nice pass.
That was a fastball from about 6 feet.
Yeah.
From Morrow down to Wolfenbarger.
Nice job by Wolfenbarger to hold on to this one as it came with some heat.
Watch this. Yikes. She was fouled from behind clearly by Destiny Thomas.
And if you take just a little bit off of that pass, take a little bit of that heat off, and just put it up there where it's leading towards the backboard, Wolfenbarger can just go right up and put it in.
I mean, that was a habanero pass.
You mentioned earlier, Wolfenbarger comes from Arkansas, started 26 and 65 games there in her 2 years.
Those to the line were not profitable for her. The lead is still 2 for Murray State. Polk hustles across the midcourt line and beats the 10-second call. Good defense by Day Wilson. Seven to shoot. Nothing but dribbling on this possession by Polk.
A lot of them.
4 to shoot. Open 3. Missed it badly. Did Thomas. And LSU leaves the ball on the floor. Gilbert lost it. Tigers 2-on-2 break. Scooped and scored. A lot of contact, no whistle. But the bucket by Pena.
Pena did a nice job of getting to the left side, being the seat at a trailer, knowing there was going to be some contact, but took a good angle.
She's got points. Shot clock at 6. This for 3. Left short by Williams. LSU fighting for another opportunity. Had it for a moment. 3 players on the floor. Ball is loose. Picked up by Polk. Polk spells her last name P-O-O-C-K. Pronounces it with the long O. Polk. Shot clock at 7. Polk forces it. Missed it badly, left side off the window. The loose ball rebound picked up by Morrow.
And this is where LSU really needs to be starting to make up some time now and make up in the scoring. There's one good way to do it.
Katelyn Gilbert from Tampa Bay, Florida. Arizona was her first stop. Last year she averaged 15 a game. And LSU is pulled within 1 after trailing 46-37 at halftime.
Thank you.
I was just about to say, when you have a team that's shooting 3 for 14, but they still have the lead, this is where you need to start getting up for it. Great effort there with the step-in three-pointer for Gilbert. We talked about top of the broadcast what she has done, making her late.
Decisively belonged to Murray State. The third quarter has gone in LSU's favor. .223 to go, third quarter. LSU will defend all over the court. Murray State tries for the run out. This is Learn, blocked by Wolfenbarger. Wolfenbarger swats that one away.
Good defense coming from behind. That was a nice read by Murray State, bringing everybody up into the backcourt and trying the quick release. The pass was a little short. Wolfenbarger did a nice job of staying with it, using that long reach to get the block.
There will be a foul called against LSU on the drive by Ford. Perhaps Michaela Williams.
I think they got it on Aneesah Morrow, called her for the foul.
It was Morrow.
The perimeter defense is a point of concern right now for the Lady Tigers, how much they have let the Racers get past that first line of defense and make their way into the lane.
Well, Ford at the stripe calmly drops the first one. 9 for her. Now 10. And the lead is one possession for Murray State. 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Day Wilson is guarded loosely by Pena. Williams, turnaround shot from the key. A little bit short. Tiger goes down and not moving on the other end. It's 5-on-4. Morrow down on her back trying to get up. And now the officials call the timeout for medical reasons.
The one thing was landing on her backside, and the other thing was when her head hit the floor.
And her eyes are glassy. We could see it from here. Let's listen and look as Morrow hits the deck very hard. 6 points, 10 rebounds game. A minute and a half remains in the third quarter. A catch-up third for LSU. Williams on the drive and a whistle. And it will stay with LSU. No foul. LSU throws it right into the hands of the alert Katelyn Young and then commits a foul.
LSU just not able to put anything together, get back, take the lead, even though it's been a struggling offensive quarter for Murray State.
Day Wilson committed the foul. That's her second. Johnson, Smith, Williams, Morrow, and Day Wilson on the floor for the Tigers.
YouTube, I'm really not sure why you guys are saying it's so laggy tonight. I obviously turned off my computer and turned it back on. I have the same internet. None of my other devices are plugged in. So I've done refreshes, guys.
And the Tigers touched it last.
I appreciate everyone who said it in a respectful manner in regards to the lagging, blah. But what we're not going to do is be mean to me or disrespect me in any way over this, because I already said I'm not feeling good. Like, y'all can chill.
Low and scoops it from the ankles. Late feed down to Smith. Oh, Samaya.
Well, on the other end, the frustrating night for Young just continues. Another turnover, losing the ball, leading out to that breakaway.
Murray State leads by 1 with just a little more than half a minute remaining in the third quarter. 10 to shoot. A stutter three came up short. Ford never really got her feet set. The shot clock and the game clock are virtually the same. LSU will play for the last shot. 7 to fire. Day Wilson has it poked away. Johnson with it, fakes, lets it fly. No good. Rebound hits the floor, and that's the end of the third period. A catch-up quarter for LSU. The Tigers trail 46-37 at halftime. They have cut the lead to 1. Minutes to play. Murray State, in the first meeting ever between these teams, leads by 1 in Baton Rouge.
Yeah. If you a survivor, like, oh my God, you a lone survivor, or you a soul survivor, you know, survive. Yeah. Just gotta keep going. Yeah. It get hard. And I just waiting for the final day. It might get hard, but I'ma find it. And I'ma get it, I'm a lone survivor. And I be thinking I can own the title. Got in my bag, now I'm my own supplier. I'ma make it, I'm a soul survivor. You staying strong, then you a lone survivor. I'm thinking about this life and how I'm gon' survive it. And I've been doing so much wrong, I'm tired. Gotta get back, man, I'm the strongest fighter. Yeah. I feel like a lone survivor, I feel like a strong survivor. I put my destiny in my hand, I'm my own decider. Sometimes you could block some of your blessings, be your own divider. I just thank my mama for this life, she was my lone provider. I gotta be strong and put my life in my hands. If God woke you up again, then that's a whole nother chance. Stay consistent and beat the odds, I gotta go with the plan. If you don't ever try, then how you know if you can? I'm a survivor, I'm forever straight. Stay patient, but don't ever wait. To my knees, no, I won't hesitate. Lord, let me in on heaven gate. Life had me on the ropes, but I can't fold, I ain't no featherweight. Told him I take the stairs, it don't matter, I'm still gon' elevate. I'm a lone survivor, and I be thinking I can own the title. Got in my bag, now I'm my own supplier. I'ma make it, I'm a soul survivor. You staying strong, then you a lone survivor. I'm thinking about this life and how I'm gon' survive it. And I've been doing so much wrong, I'm tired. Gotta get back, man, I'm the strongest fighter. And I be thinking about the time I wait. And I'm just waiting for the final day. It might get hard, but I'ma find a way. You staying strong, then you a lone survivor. I'm thinking about this life and how I'm gon' survive it. And I've been doing so much wrong, I'm tired. Gotta get back, man, I'm the strongest fighter.
The WNBA has been elected to the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame. That induction ceremony will be June 14th in Knoxville. Congratulations to Sylvia Fowles.
So well earned. You think about all the time we spent over the last year to 18 months talking about Simone Augustus and her well-deserved honors, and the fact that they were here. We had the chance to watch them play and develop here in Baton Rouge, go on to success on the national and international level with Olympics and WNBA titles.
LSU, no more playing. Let's win this game.
Well deserved.
That's
and look forward to seeing her come back in town
gas, no breaks.
to celebrate it as well with those here in Baton Rouge.
Let's win. Let's win. Let's get better. Let's
right now, there's work to do for the Tigers to avoid an upset. By the way, the LSU soccer team is in action. First round NCAA action against Texas Tech in Lubbock. And they are in the second half. LSU has scored a second half goal. It trailed 2-0 at halftime. Right now it's 2-1. Texas Tech leading LSU in the first round of NCAA soccer in Lubbock, Texas. Williams bumps away from a defender, fades, fires, leaves it short.
And there was enough space there for Michaela. She didn't really have to fade away. She almost took herself out of that shot, falling away from the basket.
Ford leaves it for Polk. Polk throws it away. Williams, one-on-one against Polk, pulls up, shoots, misses the 6-footer. The Tigers have not shot the ball very well, only 40%, and had a horrendous shooting second quarter. Oh, what a feed, what a catch, what a score.
Tigers take the lead. Tigers take the lead.
And LSU has the lead after trailing much of this game. LSU's first lead since it was 28-27. LSU had come from 13 down.
Thank you.
55-54. That's off the mark by Katelyn Young.
This has not been her night at all offensively. LSU has no problem with that, but she has been frustrated all night long.
Polk got picked off on the Morrow screen, and Johnson scores. Morrow sent a perfect and legal screen and just eliminated the defender.
Gave her the opening that she needed to be able to put that shot up. Great execution, not only setting the screen, but using the screen.
Johnson with 17. Rebound bounces deep. Williams on the move. Looking, going baseline, fading and firing. Left it short again. Several of her shots have been shy. That one is saved back into the hands of Young.
See, and in the second quarter, that's the shot that was falling every time down the floor for Murray State when they had that incredible quarter that they won 32-12. Now not falling at all.
Another rebound for Morrow. That's a dozen for her. Johnson is blocked as she started to the right side, trying to go baseline. Haven Ford called for the blocking foul. That's her third.
Third quarter and first 2.5 minutes of this quarter, it's been a 20-8 second half. Very, very low scoring with a lot of the misses. I'd like to think that LSU would put a little more on the board with as cold as Murray State has been.
Murray State only scored 8 points in the third quarter. Tigers had 16. First team foul. 14 turnovers now for LSU, 15 for Murray State. Ford against Johnson. Young turns, puts it on the floor, and scores a power drive down the left side. And she uses her body and is smooth, very crafty, very powerful, very fundamentally sound.
Well, she's had a frustrating night, but don't think that means she's going to quit.
That's a big bucket on the jumper by Day Wilson. And we've got a timeout. 7:03 to go in the fourth quarter. LSU 59, Murray State 56. More in a moment on the SEC ESPN Network.
Hey folks, I'm no advertising spokesperson. This isn't just any holiday month.
It's big fault, the biggest fault. Big fault. Let's go.
Got it, baby, that's the name.
Yeah. See the greatest, they really be capping, I see the hate. I be beating the beat like Anita Baker. And I'm stacking the hundreds, you see the acres. They tryna be funny, I'm tryna get money. I guess in the end, I'ma see you later. And I just want a daddy, did it for my daddy. They see in my face, man, I'm in the paper. Man, I'm one of the ones, you see the truth. You don't gotta respond if you really know. I came up from the bottom and now I'm golden. And I throw you the ooh, we like Shaq and Kobe. We were riding the Nissan, blocking like D-line. I'm going up and I cannot look behind. Please do not copy, I'm probably gon' decline. They think that I'm stopping, I'm still going beyond. I did the impossible, break every obstacle, tryna get money. Yeah, we coming like Dion. When you get to the top, done is on stop. And it is a must that I get it like Elon. Yeah, I got bread, I can get you a piece. Keep a double, I feel like I'm Reese. Ain't no trouble, I'm keeping the peace. It ain't mad cause I came out the east. They can't fathom, I came out of beast. I'm my mama, I came out of beast. At the top, I'm not looking beneath. You my dog, we don't gotta compete. Yeah, all you gotta do is run that check up and get paid. They ain't believe it, now I got me, whoa, wait. Yeah, I come from a place where you gotta go eat. If you do what I do, you a product of me. I done did it again and I'm not in my peak. If you gaining, we gaining, you riding for me. I'm a millionaire and I don't got a degree. I done got me a natty, I got me a ring. I ain't switching no sides, I'ma ride with my team. Yeah, I ain't got nothing to prove, but I do got me something to lose. I won't stop, man, you got me confused, cause they keeping my face on the news. Yeah, man, I'm the biggest foe in the world. If you working for this and they fall in your lap, then you really got what you deserve. Yeah, and I go to LSU and I be repping it like I'm Joe Burns. When I slide in the Mozzie, I gotta keep checking it, gotta be thorough. And ain't no more revenues, ain't no more talking, and ain't no referrals. They been taking my flow, they ain't giving it back, gotta get reimbursed. Yeah, I don't get scared, let me clutch my purse. I'm the hottest rapper in it, lead the game inside of her. They hating in my own circle. Gold, yellow, I got my own purple.
56 Tigers, still a one-possession game. Let's look at the prognostication in the MVC preseason poll. Drake
Sound
got
check,
nearly
stream
all
check.
of the first-place votes, followed by Northern Iowa
Sound
and
check,
Belmont. Murray
stream
State
check.
picked to finish fourth, and you see the rest of the 12-member conference there.
Everybody that's talking about next practice is correct.
Last season,
4 hours,
20 and 12 here, 12 and 8 in the Valley.
I'm going to get up in bed after this game. Should be good now.
This is the biggest lead for the Tigers in a while. Free throws will be coming for Polk as she continues to probe the lane for Murray State.
Get back on the offensive end for LSU. In the corner, not even a full ball fake. Just a hesitation was enough to draw the attention. You see the commitment. As soon as she jumps, Flau'Jae just one side dribble, nowhere close to hitting the rim. Beautiful shot to give her 19 on the game.
I call those cotton balls.
Soft, easy, and smooth, right over the top of the rim. 19 for Flau'Jae, 13 for Williams. The only two still for LSU in double digits. 3 in double digits for Murray State. They're led by Learn, who has 18.
Polk, who had not shot a free throw in the first two games, nails those two, and her team trails by 3. LSU with quick ball movement for the open three, way long by Katelyn Gilbert. It's a one-possession game, and Murray State has the possession. LSU will reinsert Michaela Williams at the next whistle. She is waiting at the scorer's table. Once again, it's Polk that's swatted down by Morrow, and they're going to call Morrow for the foul, I believe.
You know, and Murray State, Lynn, they continue to run that wide circle from one side to the other, and then they turn it north and south to go to the basket, and LSU's not getting in front to cut them off. So players are riding the shoulders, and then the help defense is coming over, but there's nothing stopping them going to the basket.
It was Smith on the foul, by the way. That's her third. And Murray State has run that play, at least 20 times?
It feels like it, if not more.
And LSU has, for the most part, had a great deal of difficulty getting in front of it.
That's the reason why they're outscoring LSU in the paint 26-18.
That is shocking, absolutely surprising. LSU by a bucket.
No problem. Look at it. Step right into it. Coming off of that screen, curl to the free throw line. Just up and in.
Once again, smooth from Flau'Jae Johnson.
Makes it another game over 20 points. Now she has 21.
This for 3 from straight away. Online but long by Learn. Murray State takes it back. 3-ball by Polk. Online, bouncing, no good. Rebound pulled off by Johnson, and she lopes across the timeline. She'll slow it down left side. Less than 5 minutes to play. We've got a 4-point game. Tigers lead on their own court, but it has not come easily. Shot clock at 7. Day Wilson from distance. Nestles it over the rim. That's a big bucket.
She was left all alone. Could have driven a little bit if she wanted to, but had all the time she needed to square up that three-pointer, and that is a big bucket.
That gives her 9
big three
on the
from
night.
Day Wilson. Count it. Count it. Okay, Shy, cook, boo. Cook, Shy.
Strong rebound once again by Morrow. She continues to work very hard, chasing down missed shots on both ends of the court. 13 boards for Morrow. Coming off a 20-rebound performance. Day Wilson will try another one. This one is left short. Rebound by Learn. That's her 9th. She's been a really big part of this Murray State effort. 66-59, Tigers lead by 7. This is a huge possession for Murray. Polk dribbling back and forth, ball is knocked away. Contact, Flau'Jae Johnson has it alone, lays it in.
Well, Aneesah Morrow with that help defense, she cuts her off on the outside, forced them back out. And all of a sudden, it was Morrow on one side, Flau'Jae on the other. A little tap away, and Flau'Jae makes it a breakaway layup.
Y'all see Kim Markey?
LSU has scored 7
Yeah,
straight points.
LSU. You know what it was going to be.
Itself Murray State with 3:27 to play.
Watch, look, see how
Go
Morrow
Tigers,
jumps out,
y'all.
cuts her off, forces her away, and while she's trying to get control
There
of the
we
dribble,
go.
Flau'Jae says,
Get
thanks,
hype,
teammate.
Kim.
I'll take it from here.
Turn me up, ladies.
Easy glide down the floor and
We
lays
did
it in.
y'all. We just got to work together.
This
Do what
has
we've
not
been doing,
been
like, clock it.
A beautifully painted canvas for the Tigers tonight, and give Murray State some credit because their game plan has been effective against the Tigers. And they are doing some things against LSU. Murray State is that I certainly did not expect. And that is get to the rim time after time after time.
Getting in the paint, and that's something that LSU is going to watch this game film, and that's going to be a point of emphasis. What they need to do defensively, because you know other teams will watch this. And they'll think LSU can be beat just getting to the lane because they're a step slower. They're not cutting it off. This is something LSU will focus on. Murray State deserves a lot of credit for coming in here and not being intimidated. But, hey, give LSU credit, too. A lot of new players and new faces. They found themselves down in a position they're not used to being in at home. Now they've climbed it back to where they have a 9-point lead.
LSU trailed 46-37 at halftime after a horrendous second quarter. Seven to shoot, this for 3.
And that's the part of Murray State's game that has left them out to dry here in the second half. They have not been good from the three-point line. In fact, in this half, Lynn, in this half, Murray State is 0 for 14 from behind the line.
Wow. Learn left that one short off the rim. How about that move by Morrow, but unable to score. And Learn pulls off the rebound. She's got a double-double now. That's up. Somehow it got through the taller players, but missed by Ford. 2.5 to play. LSU leads by 9. Learn 18 points and 10 rebounds. One of the better players tonight for Murray State. She was averaging 15.5 points and 8 rebounds through the first couple of games. Even better tonight against the SEC's Tigers. 3 to shoot. Williams fires. There's contact. Learn turns and can't believe the whistle. But the free throws will be coming. That's her second foul.
Call her on that body contact, and it winds up being a long 2-point attempt. I'm sure she probably would step back 4 to 6 inches. That could have been a 3-pointer, so it had to be foot on the line, but she'll get 2 at the free throw line.
LSU's lead is double figures for the first time in a long time. First time since the first quarter. 14, now 15 for Michaela Williams. Less than 2 minutes to play. Polk leans over the dribble. Precious seconds are wasting away. And a foul called on, I believe it's Johnson. Yes.
And Michelle Turner was even looking at Polk saying, come on, we got to go. She's waving that finger in a circle, telling her, get moving, get moving. We don't have time to sit out here and dribble.
That was only the 4th team foul. Murray State has committed only 2.
Well, give Morrow and Smith and Flau'Jae, when she's been on, a lot of credit. That defensive pressure has completely taken Young out of this game.
Shot clock at 4. LSU takes it away. Flau'Jae on the move, and she is fouled up. She will be shooting some free throws at the 1:27 mark in the fourth period. LSU's lead is 11.
And they have picked it up at the right time to close this thing out, holding Murray State without a field goal from their last 6 tries in a scoring drought of 4.5 minutes.
And Murray State, after exploding and playing so well in the second quarter, in the second half has scored only 13 points.
Yeah.
Johnson looking for her 10th point. 4 for 4. That's 10 points in this quarter.
Yeah, she makes this free throw. She's doubled up the points that Murray State has as a team. Flau'Jae 10-5 in this quarter. LSU 18 overall.
Murray State in the second quarter alone scored 32 points. And it scored only 13 in the entire second half.
That's offensive.
A push off.
That's a bad screen. Pena was they're trying to stop with that LSU pressure, which has been relentless in the second half. And a little bit of an exchange, but when she didn't stop to set a screen and just basically ran over Day Wilson. Offensive foul going back to LSU.
So the Tigers have a chance to burn some clock here. They've scored 11 straight points as LSU. Flau'Jae goes down low to Morrow, and she fades and hits the 6-footer. It has not been her best game offensively, but she does have a double-double with 10 points and 13 rebounds. Smith rejects it. Morrow, by the way, now has 76. Yes, 76 career double-doubles. Not a great night offensively for Morrow, but working hard to get 10 and always working hard on the glass to get 13.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she really had to get some work done. She struggled so much early in this game, as you'll now see a full line change for Murray State.
So they're going to let 5 new players come into the game here with 42 seconds remaining, and LSU's lead is now 74-59 after a horrendous second quarter. LSU was outscored 32-12 in the second period. But the Tigers have reversed things in the second half.
37-13 here in the second half for LSU.
Morrow, offensive rebound, but misses the return shot. Those will be coming. That's team foul number 5. And this is Braxton Baker, a freshman from Lowell, Michigan. Had 6.5 points in a reserve role, averaging over the first couple of games. Cook, Baker, Blasquez, Thomas, and Kelling in the game now in the final seconds for Murray State. LSU can dribble it away.
That's exactly what they're going to do. Not take a shot, just dribble this one out.
A 14-point lead in the closing seconds for the Tigers. The Tigers will go to 4-0, but a very gritty, determined Murray State team gave LSU a game, certainly. 14 is the final score, but perhaps not even indicative of where this game was at one time.
No, like I said, give credit to LSU for finding themselves in a position they rarely find themselves in at home, down big, when they basically had the doors blown off in the second quarter. But they regrouped, they executed when they needed to, made it a 37-14 second half when they really locked down on defense and found a way to make the plays they needed to come back and get a win.
And one key number, Victor, in the fourth quarter. Murray State had no field goals over the last 7 minutes in the game.
That's that defensive pressure LSU put on. You saw it there to the very basically last minute and a half of the game when Kim Mulkey finally told them to sit back on it. But they first look, that young lady right there is an excellent ball player. But LSU took Young out of this game tonight had her all frustrated. She finished with 8 points on 3 of 12 shooting.
Next up for LSU, it's the 18th of November against Troy out of the Sun Belt Conference. That'll start at 7 o'clock. So we're done here in Baton Rouge tonight. LSU survives and wins it with a big second half, 74-60. That's the final. For my partner, Victor Howell, I'm Lynn Rollins saying so long from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. LSU goes to
that we have a upcoming Spaces
74-60, the
with
final.
new LSU recruits, Bella Hines and Zakiyah Johnson. I will be interviewing them with my good friend Corey Isaac. We will be interviewing them on X Spaces this weekend. I want you guys all to please show up and please come on the Spaces. I will upload them to YouTube after, but I would love if you guys can catch it live. Bella's is going to be Saturday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We are going to be speaking with Bella directly about her journey to LSU and signing day. And then on Sunday, we are going to be talking with Zakiyah Johnson at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time about the same thing, her process, her journey to signing with LSU. Both of these beautiful young ladies are 5-star athletes. They are top of their class, top tier. They're coming to LSU. So excited to have the opportunity to interview them. Please, guys, if you watch my space, if you watch my streams, can you guys please show up to these interviews for me? Shout out to Divine Barrage for being the first person who allowed us to interview her, and that is up on my YouTube now. So I hope everybody enjoyed tonight's stream. This weekend on Saturday at 8 p.m. Bella, Sunday at 8 p.m. Zakiyah, and then Monday we will be back at 7 p.m. with another stream of LSU's women's basketball. I love you all so much. I'm about to go try to make sure myself feels better. Thank you guys all for your prayers and your well wishes. It means so much to me. I love y'all so much. I hope y'all have a wonderful night. LSU got the big dub. And let me just say real quick, I'm not celebrating this win. Hayden, head ass, out of the chat, out of here. This is a new team. Our girls took chemistry to get this win. Our coaching staff got together to make the adjustments needed. I will celebrate this win. Absolutely. Tigers do not feel bad about celebrating this win against Murray State. We celebrate any and every dub all the way to Natties. So I hope y'all have a great night. Love y'all so much. Saturday, please show up for me, please, guys. Saturday at 8, Bella Hines, and then Sunday at 8, Zakiyah. Monday, 7 p.m., LSU. Love you guys. Have a good night. Love you, Playback. I love y'all. Have a good night.